Abo aboye abu abo shisho. This is Bible person what if I quoted if I died. So there's a few books that I got a hold of at the library, Oakland Public Library, that I really was interested in. I always read like 3 or 4 books at a time. And then I go back and I have good 20, 30 books that I go through and cross-reference as I read in those books. So these books that I'm reading now. So Einstein's Unfinished Revolution, Search of What Lies Beyond the Quantum by Lee Smolin. So I like this book because it really debunks a lot of the things that we think of as science and metaphysics, and just the study of nature in general, because that's really what science is the study of nature. So when I think of that, I think of things that are going beyond our senses, because we think about quantum theory in general and many offshoots thereof. It's really just talking about a lot of things that the indigenous people have been talking about, not only here in Americas, but I'm talking about in at the core of all those systems in with the pygmies, and then also of the concepts that we see in the Yoruba tradition of Ifa and the many offshoots of that. So so much, not to mention the other Congolese thought process of the atom, of all these concepts weren't new. These things were definitely intricately interwoven to our daily existence, because as we study nature, we see everything as it's represented in our daily lives. That's how we can experience. That's how we can know it. And I think he goes really good into those concepts, which also makes me think of the Dogo, or the Dogon, as people usually know them as. And so, interestingly enough, they themselves talk about these concepts with the concepts of a seed, or these small infinitesimal things that affect us within our daily lives. I think it's a really good book in that sense, and I really appreciate it. From a scientific point of view, delving into other aspects and other studies that I do, because when you start looking at things in that way, you begin to actually have a better understanding of your surroundings and the things that you read. That's why I read more than one kind of book, and then those books kind of interweave to each other. Speaking of that, something along the same lines with philosophy, with Kant. Just want to throw that in there because it's really good to also think about the links between philosophy and the modern sciences, and then again the traditional sciences of people that were here far older than those concepts today.